Good evening, teachers. Today I'm making this video to share with you about why and how we should conduct a pre-recorded video lesson instead of a live stream video lesson. When I shared this idea with Madam Kong, she suggested me to make a demo lesson and send this to all the teachers so that the teachers will have a better understanding how this can be done. And thinking about that, if I make a demo video about how I teach Chinese language, the English-speaking teachers will have difficulties to understand what I'm talking about and how the lesson can be conducted. So I decided to change the topic of the demo video. So I'm doing this video now to share with you about my ideas. When we are comparing two different teaching methods, either a pre-recorded video lesson or a live stream video lesson, we will always talk about the pros and cons. The pros and cons for the live stream video lesson, the only pros I can think about is about Q&A. By doing live stream video lesson, we allow the students to ask us questions on the spot whenever they want, and we can give them immediate reply through the video. However, this random Q&A can be quite time consuming, which can be a con. I hope my spelling is correct. That's one of my weaknesses. Alright, so it can be quite time consuming, as in when one student asks a question, if let's say half of the class has the same question, which is good. So when we are trying to answer, this half class of students can get the answers, but the other half of the class who has already know the answer, they will feel bored and their time will be wasted. If you take 2 minutes for one question, 10 minutes will be wasted for 5 questions. And the other point is that it can be quite disturbing. We always have a plan about a lesson, right? And when we're trying to deliver a lesson, and when the pupils always jump out with different kinds of questions, and sometimes they may even ask irrelevant questions. And that can be quite disturbing. And when we solve the problem, we will forget where we were. And it will take a long time for us to recall where shall we start again. Other than that, it's about revision. It's very hard for the students to do revision by doing live stream video lesson, because at the moment they exit the video chat room, maybe they will go for lunch, play for a while, watch some TV. At the moment when they sit back to the table, they will realize, oh, they've forgotten almost half of the lesson. And what and where can they refer back to? Textbook? But textbook cannot talk, right? So if we have a pre-recorded video, it will help us to solve that problem. They can always refer back to the video and find the part where they forget. Other than that, the main issue will be the technical issue. When we are conducting the live stream video lesson, trust me, we will keep receiving calls, messages from the parents telling us, oh my god, my iPad is not working, my camera is not working, my microphone is not working, there's no internet connection in my house now. Mr. Ren, could you please conduct the lesson again? Can we? Yes. No? It's hard to answer, right? If yes, we are going to repeat the same thing again and again. If no, that's not very nice, right? So, a pre-recorded video lesson, the video will allow the students to watch it whenever they are ready. So by sharing with you about all these points, I believe I've already explained why it is better to have a pre-recorded video lesson rather than live stream video lesson. So now I'm going to talk about how we can conduct a good pre-recorded video lesson. First of all, we need a camera. I believe all of us have one, right? Use your phone, and then you need a camera stand. My camera stand is my mother. It's better to have a human cameraman. Yes, I should use the word cameraman. It's better to have a cameraman, camera lady. It's because when I'm talking, I told my mom, the focus should be on me. But when I'm trying to demonstrate how to write a specific Chinese word, the camera should zoom in so that the students will see clearly how you write a word, especially for Chinese. The sequence of the stroke is very important. Like this word, they should write this first, then this, then this. This is correct. And when they are trying to write it this way, it's wrong. This word, this is the correct sequence. If they write it like this, wrong. If they write it like this, wrong. If they write it like this, wrong again. So by zooming in, will help you clearly demonstrate to the pupils how to write the words. And they will be able to see clearly what is on the whiteboard. And what if you're the only one who is at home? It is possible to get a camera stand or a phone stand from any big shopping mall. You can go to those IT shops, they will be selling it. And the price is quite affordable. And other than that, you will need a small little corner in your house, just this big, like twice of my shoulders, right? So you need this corner to put a whiteboard, a small basket with all the utensils, the markers, the duster, rulers, and the chopsticks stolen from my mother so that you can point, right? Okay, so that after you create this small little classroom in your house, you're ready to conduct a pre-recorded video lesson. The first step is what I'm doing now. You just start to share about the important content, the new concepts, the new knowledge to the students. And you will need this, a script. It's not a very complete script about every sentence that you're going to say. It's just some key points that you can always refer to so that you don't forget the lines and you always know what is going to happen next. It will make you feel more confident. All right? And after that, after we share with the students about the new knowledge, the new content, the new concepts, it comes to the assessment. We want to test them. Maybe we can ask them to do assessments online. For Chinese language, we use 一知识, which can be marked by the system right after the submission, which is really very, very efficient for the pupils. They can get the result right after they submit their work. And for hard copies, how are we going to go through the hard copy homework? That's why I would like to introduce to you my study table. Come. This is my study table, and I have this phone holder which can help me to hold my phone to make a homemade visualizer. So first of all, you just switch on your phone and turn it to video and make sure that screen is facing you. Put it tightly on the holder. This holder can be purchased in any shopping mall as well, the IT shops. Affordable, trust me, especially for teachers. Then zoom in, always look at the screen, not our hand. So look at everything from the screen so that we can make sure the student's view is complete and it is showing the students what we want to show them. You can zoom in if you want, right? Then you can start to, my suggestion is always use a fresh worksheet, and then you can start to write the correct answer for them and explain to them why the correct answer is this. And also explain to them clearly about your expectations, handwritings, using ruler to draw lines, and everything that you want them to do. The clarity is very, very important because this video will help you about the marking. Okay? When we are talking about marking, how are we going to mark the hard copy homework? Are we going to ask the parents to send the homework to the school? We go to school, collect it back, and mark at home. After that, we send it back to the school, ask the parents to fetch them back again? No, because that defeats the purpose of home-based learning. It increases the chances of traveling. How about we ask the pupils to take a photo of every single page of the worksheet and upload it to Class Dojo or email us the soft copy, and we download the pictures and use an image editing software and do the marking on the iPad or any laptop with touch screen. And after that, we save them as an image again and upload to Class Dojo again to return back to the student. If for one student, I think it's possible. How many pupils do we have? 30, 60, 90. After we've finished marking these 90 students' homework by doing all these things, who will be the one who can learn the best? It's the teacher, because the teacher has gone through the same thing for more than 60 times. What happened to the students? At the moment when they upload their homework, they are done. What is going to happen with them when they receive the marked homework? Are they going to do the correction? It will be another story. And there is really, indeed, a better way. Take good use of the video that we take. That's why I said, when we are doing this video, going through the papers, we have to be very, very clear about our expectations and explanations so that the students have to mark their homework by themselves by watching this video. For middle ability and high ability students, they will be able to do this. For the low ability students, they can seek help from their parents. Either they mark together with the parents or they ask the parents to mark together with him. And if you have one or two foreign students, you can ask them to send soft copy to us and we can mark the soft copy. But we do not mark everyone's soft copy. And trust me, by marking the homework by themselves, by watching the video, it's a second chance for them to learn everything again. And the learning outcome can be much more effective. But of course, even after watching the video, the students will still have questions. How do we want them to ask us questions? Do we take questions? Of course. Let's come back to the whiteboard. When we ask the students to ask questions, we really have to emphasize two things, 2 points to the students. One, they can send their questions to me or to the teachers through Class Dojo messages. Or for me, I allow them to message me through WhatsApp. For lower primary students, if they are not able to type, they can send me a audio message I can listen to it and I can type out the question. But remember, we have to emphasize 2 points. 1, there is a deadline for question. For example, today, 7 p.m. Before 7 p.m., if you have any question, you must send your question to me by 7 p.m. Why? Because from 7 p.m. onwards, I'm going to consolidate all the questions using a table. I will in the table in Excel and I will share with all the teachers. It's very simple. 3 columns, sequence number, questions, and frequency. The rows depends on how many questions do you have. After you recorded all the questions, because it's an Excel file, so you can rearrange the sequence by the frequency. Frequency means how many students are asking the same question. The same question with the highest frequency will stay at the top. The question with the lowest frequency will stay below, at the bottom. Then we will make another video. We call it Q&A video. And in this video, we are going to hold the list and we explain and answer the question one by one. After finish recording the video, we are going to send this video together with the question list. Why we have to send the question list is because we do not want the students to watch a maybe 30-minute video from the beginning to the end, and they realize, oh my god, this 30 minutes video is not answering my question. They will be very, very frustrated, right? So ask them to go through the question list first, make sure that their question is on the list. If not, send the question to the teacher again. And we have to let them know about how often we are going to do this Q&A video. Maybe once a day, or maybe twice, once every 2 days. And the late questions, or the left out questions, and the new questions will always be answered in the next Q&A video. That's why I said just now, 2 points you have to emphasize to the students. 1, deadline. Follow the deadline so that we can consolidate all the questions. Second is that tell them in advance that we are not going to give them direct reply through messages, because we are going to consolidate all the questions and we are going to do a video so that all the students can watch the video of all the questions and can have the answers for all the questions. So this is how we solve the problem of Q&A. By doing this, we will be able to answer all the questions at the same time. It will help us to save a lot of time. Alright, so by now I believe I've already explained to all of you about how we can conduct the pre-recorded video lesson. Alright, and before I end my sharing, I would like to say a few words about this. As you can see, I'm a Chinese teacher. When I'm speaking English, my language can be broken. I always have to refer to the script. Sometimes my facial expressions is out of control, my body language is out of control, but we have to bear it in mind that the reason of making this video is not to show the students how perfect we are, how handsome we are, how attractive we are. No. The purpose, the reason of this video is actually to share, is just to share with the students about the knowledge, the new concept, to help them, to teach them during this home-based learning, and to influence them. I know it is really not easy because not everyone feels comfortable standing in front of a camera. Actually, I am a teacher who teach public speaking skills, but to be honest, I don't always have a chance to watch myself run a video giving a speech. So I believe this can be a great opportunity for me to learn as well. By recording all the videos, by watching myself so many times, I will know how I should stand next time. I will know how I should, do my body language. How should I control my facial expressions? And this can be a great learning journey, not only for the kids, but also for us. All right. So I shared with Madam Kong previously that it can be very hard because not all the teachers will be willing to stand in front of the camera. It's a permanent record, right? I'm going to upload this video on YouTube. If we do this, the whole world will be able to watch the video, and tons of different kinds of comments will be listed down below our video. How are we going to face this? Madam Kong told me that this is a very special time. And as educators, we should be as brave as possible, thinking about those doctors and the nurses. They are in a very, very dangerous situation, but they're still trying their best in the hospital. So as educators, I think we should be brave, step forward a little bit, and try this pre-recorded video lesson. I really believe that the students and ourselves will benefit a lot from this whole process. Thank you very much. That's the end of my presentation.